What's good, everybody? It's your boy Eddie here and welcome back to GTE. And before I even begin, I have to give a big apology to all of my subscribers and viewers. Guys, I'm sorry for the extreme delay in all of my videos. There's been a lot of things happening internally. So for the past month, I've actually lost all of my data on my hard drive because my hard drive broke. And I don't want to say because of the YouTube algorithm, but basically I caught the Rona, you know what I'm saying? So I was out for another 2 weeks after that. So right now I'm trying to recover my intro and all of my data on my hard drive. And basically that's $1,000 process. So I'm in the process of doing that right now. But other than that, the show must go on, guys. So let's just get right into this video, all right? So what we got right here is actually a very special dunk that released alongside the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. And what this sneaker is actually the Parra dunk. And before I get into the details and the history of the shoe, let's just look at what the label reads as. So what the label shows here is Nike SB Dunk Low Pro Quick Strike. And the colorway shown is Fireberry in black. And it's my personal size, which is a dunk size 8.5. And the suggested retail shown here is $110. So guys, I'm gonna have to give a big shout out before I continue to labor skate shop. Thank you for this raffle W. And I also have to give a big, huge shout out to CCS Plus, guys. Yo, it's been over a year since I had CCS Plus and I thought it wasn't like legitimate or whatever. And I thought I wasn't gonna hit, but I finally hit on CCS Plus. So big shout out to y'all, man. I really appreciate y'all. So let's just get right into the details of the box. As you guys can see here, we have our standard rainbow Nike SB 2020 and beyond box right here. And then we get into the tissue paper. As you guys can see, we have that kind of weatherman tissue paper. And then we have the beautiful star of the show right here, y'all. So let's just give a quick overview of the shoe, man. Alright, y'all, so to go over the history of this shoe right here, this is again the Nike SB Dunk Parra in the abstract art colorway, and this is actually not the first collaboration between Nike and Parra. This was actually the second dunk collaboration, but the first collaboration that they ever did was in 2005 with the Air Max 1. So in 2019, that was the first time Nike and Parra collaborated on their SB Dunk, and to me, this is actually the more superior pair in my opinion. So the previous Nike SB Dunk that they did was an all-white shoe with the kind of Parra colorway on the Nike check as well as on this Nike check right here. However, it was too simple because it was an all-white shoe. But with this shoe, you get more color popping and more details around the whole entire shoe, which is why I think this is the superior pair. So also some more history about this shoe is that it was actually released alongside the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. So what Parra did with Nike for the Tokyo 2020 Olympics was actually create an SB kit, which means they created SB jerseys, SB shorts, socks, caps, and some other gear for the Nike SB teams, and the countries they made it for was USA, Japan, France, and Brazil. So now that kind of concludes the overall history about this shoe. So let's get right into the details. All right, y'all, so getting into the details, as you guys can see right here, the upper primarily consists of that abstract art Parra colorway, as you guys can see. So starting off with the toe box, as you guys can see, we have that off-white buttery nubuck right here. Then moving on to the lateral side, we have this small Nike check right here, which I really enjoy because since it's white, it really makes the shoe pop from the abstract art colorway. So next, when we go into the quarter panel right here, as you guys can see, we have more of that off-white buttery nubuck right there. And one of my favorite details of the shoe, other than the abstract art colorway, is this Nike check. So as you guys can see, it's actually centered into the middle and it doesn't go all the way through the back like most Nike SB Dunks, which is really cool in my opinion. And then when we go into the back area now, let's focus on that ankle collar area. So we have this kind of aqua teal ankle collar area, which makes the shoe pop even more, which I really, really like. Then when we go more into the back, we have more of that buttery nubuck right there, which is really beautiful. So then moving on to the heel tab right here, we have this very beautiful detail of Parra right there, which is really cool in my opinion. And then when we go into the medial side, the same thing follows suit. So we still have the buttery off-white nubuck here, the centered off Nike check, and then the buttery nubuck off-white colorway in this quarter panel right here. Next, when we go into the top of the shoe now, let's start with the tongue. We have the buttery nubuck that follows all the way up from the toe box all the way to the top of the tongue. We have some white Parra laces. So before I even continue, let's just show the beautiful details within that. So we have this Parra lace tip right here, which is really, really nice, man. I really enjoy that right there. And then when we look at to the top of the tongue, we can actually see this Nike SB tag right here with the abstract art Parra colorway, which is really beautiful in my opinion. And then when we look at the trim at the top of the tongue right here, we have some more abstract details right here. So what's really interesting about this abstract art colorway is that it's actually a removable detail. So if you actually wanted to, you can actually cut this out and it leaves this kind of hyper pink kind of suede material underneath. And personally for me, I would not do that because I really love the details of the abstract art colorway. And for me to cut it out just for some simple pink highlights, I personally wouldn't do that in my opinion. That's just my opinion. But I'm gonna give you guys those details so you guys know what you're getting with this shoe. So that just goes to show you that there's a lot of details on the shoe as well as hidden details as well. But before I conclude, I gotta show you guys the right shoe. So with the right shoe, it's basically the same exact shoe. However, there is some different details. So when looking at the heel tab, as you guys can see right here, we actually have a Nike label instead of a Parra label. So that's just the other detail on the right shoe. Also, when we actually take out the laces right here, we actually get an extra pair of that aqua green teal lace, and that actually matches the ankle collar, as you guys can see right there. So that's just a little detail I wanted to show y'all. Also, when we actually take the insole out right here, we have this beautiful abstract art colorway on the insole with some Nike SB as well as Parra details right there. And of course, since this is a SB, we get that beautiful zoom bubble right there for the extra comfort for the SB. Also, before I conclude the overall review and details of this sneaker, let's just go into the midsole real quick. So instead of the off-white colorway on the nubuck, we actually get an all-white midsole. Then when we go onto the bottom, you can already see that beautiful gum outsole, which is really nice. Then we have that beautiful herringbone traction, as you guys can see here. And then in the middle, we have this Nike foam area that says Nike SB in this Bordeaux colorway. So guys, that's gonna conclude the overall review of the Nike SB Dunk Parra and the abstract art colorway. But before I conclude this video, stay tuned for this beautiful on-foot look, all right? Alright y'all, so that's going to conclude the overall review as well as the on-foot look. And other than that, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to share with your friends and your family. Make sure to smash that like button. And if you've seen anything that you like throughout the video, or if you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe down below and hit that notification bell. And other than that, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.